This home video was taken from the aircraft carrier Intrepid, located on the Hudson River in New York City. The blimp you are watching is going to crash into a city building.
Big five!
Since the dawn of time, humans have always tried to do two things in life. 1. Make a successful flying machine to allow high-speed travel by air. And 2. Create a delicious food that can take the world over by storm. Many have tried and failed at accomplishing both of those things, but as it stands right now, humans have finally conquered their never-ending quest for travel and food. Whether it be through flying in a plane or hell, maybe even a helicopter, or taking a nice bite out of a good old-fashioned slice of New York pizza, we've done it. But what happens when you take those two things, flying and food, and combine them into one? Now that concept isn't all that crazy in certain ways. Taking food and introducing it into a long plane ride is not crazy at all. In fact, it's normal. Airplane food has been a thing for decades, whether it be full meals or just some snacks. I mean, hell, every time I fly, I can't go without eating any gummy bears. But what if it went the other way around? What if we introduced flying to food? Now that concept isn't a new one, it's been done many different times before for several different marketing campaigns. But I think the one that is the most crazy would be Pizza Hut's Bigfoot Pizza Blimp. A blimp that was used to promote Pizza Hut's Bigfoot Pizza, but would eventually meet its demise by crashing into New York City on July 4th, 1993. But in order to understand what led up to the blimp's massive crash, let's take it back a notch. It's the 1990s and gimmicks are everything. If there was a way to take something ordinary and turn it into something unique and weird, it seemed like everybody would try it. Video games, wrestling, and most importantly, fast food. McDonald's was bringing out Michael Jordan hamburgers, Taco Bell was serving seafood taco bowls, and the big pizza companies were doing God knows what. The big three pizza companies of the 90s, those being Domino's, Little Caesars, and Pizza Hut, were always trying to find the next big thing. And in 1993, Little Caesars struck a gold mine with the release of the Big Cheese Pizza.
Dear Big Cheese, my dream is to eat a Little Caesar's Big Cheese with you. Dear Little Caesar.
Wrong, kid, I'm George Burns.
Oh.
Let's eat.
Okay.
It's the biggest pizza in the history of the world. 24 slices of cheese and pepperoni pizza, all for $8.88.
This pizza took over the mouths of Little Caesars enjoyers across the nation and was soon shown to be a massive success. Essentially, the Big Cheese Pizza was actually two large pizzas stuffed into the same box for a low price. This captivated people, as it was a great deal, some great pizza. I mean, what more could you want? Well, Pizza Hut saw this and immediately got their marketing team, led by Reggie Fils-Aimé, who you may know as the former president of Nintendo of America, to immediately get to work crafting the rival to the Big Cheese. And soon after, Pizza Hut's response would launch nationwide, and that response was the Bigfoot Pizza.
Recently, an object was sighted.
It was big. Bigger than big.
Huge, large, astronomically big.
Big would be an understatement.
Very big. Huge.
Some guy, big, huge.
When it arrives, you better not be alone. Bigfoot.
Pizza Hut.
From Pizza Hut. 2 square feet of pizza. 21 slices on a tasty new crust. $10.99 for up to 3 toppings. It's bigger than pizza. Bigfoot from Pizza Hut. A legendary value.
Bigfoot was launched to instant success, due much to the help of what could be considered an early version of a viral marketing campaign. Through their Bigfoot TV ads, Pizza Hut captivated audiences nationwide with the energetic Pizza Man mascot and their subtle digs at Little Caesars. But Pizza Hut wanted to do more. They wanted to take this Bigfoot pizza and advertise it in a whole new way. They wanted to take it to the skies. Literally. And so with that, the Bigfoot Blimp was born, costing Pizza Hut roughly $4 million to make. Now the plan for the Blimp was for it to go on a 2-month-long advertising tour where the Blimp would hit up 19 different cities. It would go to cities for things like special events or just to kind of fly around and advertise the pizza. By July 4th, 1993, the Blimp had already visited the following cities: Dallas, Detroit, Chicago, Kansas City, St. Louis, and Los Angeles, just to name a few. On that fateful day, the Blimp was making its way from Boston to New York City to participate in the annual 4th of July fireworks show. Now this was the plan for that fateful day: land in Linden, New Jersey to be suited with tons of fiber optic signs, to then be flown around New York City during its fireworks show. But what really happened was none of that. During its flight to Linden, at around 3 p.m. that day, the Blimp would begin to lose massive amounts of helium. It was later discovered that a piece of the ship's tail had broken off and gashed a huge hole into the skin of the Blimp. And obviously, this is a big problem. The ship was going down fast, and in a state of panic, the pilots of the Blimp reportedly decided to land on land. As they steered towards Manhattan, they started looking for any possible safe landing spots. They quickly realized that they had to land on top of a building, and that's what they did. The Blimp had crashed right on top of a 7-story apartment building in New York City. Almost immediately, emergency personnel were right onto it, quickly assisting those hurt. Overall, the Blimp crash had only given minor injuries to the 2 pilots, and thankfully, that was it. However, that wouldn't be the end for the legend of the Bigfoot Pizza. Later that year, Pizza Hut's vice president would come out and say that due to the crash and media attention that followed, sales for the Bigfoot Pizza skyrocketed and led to what would be a record-breaking year for Pizza Hut. But after a couple years, following dwindling sales, the Bigfoot Pizza would be discontinued, and it has not seen the light of day since. While Pizza Hut has brought back several other discontinued products, such as the Big New Yorker, the Bigfoot Pizza lives on only in the memory of people. But maybe one day that will change. Maybe one day people will be able to experience the taste of the Bigfoot once again. And maybe, just maybe, one day, we could see the return of the Bigfoot Blimp.
Big Five!